Waheguru Ji
Ka
Ka
Khalsa,
Khalsa,
Waheguru
Waheguru
Ji
Ji
Ki
Ki
Fateh.
Fateh.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Good morning.
So, today we wanted to share with you guys something really exciting that's going on in our lives. It's a pretty big deal. So, we received an invitation to go and volunteer at an orphanage in Peru, and that's what we're going to be doing really soon.
So we're going to Cusco area, which is near Machu Picchu. This is the mountains, and we're leaving April 10th, and we will be there for up to 6 months. This year we're coming back for the summer solstice, but we'll be going back there, and we will be up to 6 months this year.
Yeah, and the orphanage, the name is Ninos del Sol, which means children of the sun. And it's a really beautiful um, project that was started a few years ago by a woman who received the inspiration, I think it was from her grandson who passed away, to open up this orphanage for street children in Peru. And she passed away a couple of years ago, I believe. I'm not sure exactly when. And the orphanage was now taken over by a couple who are running the orphanage, and they also have a bed and breakfast that helps fund the orphanage. And they just need a lot of support. They need volunteers, they need financial assistance, and kind of where
Mhm.
we come in to be able to provide the volunteer support while we're there.
And so this is a really awesome project. There is a permaculture project where they're growing as much of their food as they can and also sharing and teaching this with the kids. In the mornings, they have Kundalini yoga for the kids, and the kids are practicing. Um, what else?
Um, the children, they it's just really amazing what they've done with them. So they have nonviolent communication as a big part of the lifestyle that they live, and the children are just, I mean, most of the children are older now. A lot of them are in high school going on to college. But in some videos that we watched, it said how the children, they've never had an argument because that's just like a principle that they live off, that they live by, and how grateful the children are. Like the diet is vegetarian, and it's all food that pretty much that they grow there, all organic, really fresh foods. The children participate in making it, and they're just so grateful to have a meal and a home and a place that's loving, that there's no problems. They're just full of joy and happiness to just be there. So we're excited
Mhm.
about going there. We've been receiving a lot of support from our local Gurdwara. So the orphanage is requesting different types of um, things that they need. So the Gurdwara has been donating a lot of clothes and different like toys and things like that. And maybe Ron Christian could talk about a little bit what it is that they need. But we'll also probably post the list somewhere on here.
Yeah, we'll post the list under in the description area of this video. And but the most specific need that we have right now is for electronic, either tablets or use laptop computers for the older children that are now going to be going to college, and that would just be a tremendous life-changing um, item for them to have. We have a lot of clothing. We will be having shoes as well, and um, also donations. If anyone wants to make a donation, we're happy to bring it with us, or you can donate directly from their website, and we'll post that as well.
And they are looking for long-term volunteers, so longer-term volunteers. So if you're interested, do please check out the website. We'll post the website in the description section as well and see if it's something that is interesting to you because they definitely need the support and it would probably be an amazing experience for anybody who gets the opportunity to go there.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the middle, it's like in the Sacred Valley, so it's in the middle of mountains and just from what I understand about the children, I'm sure that just interacting with these children would be completely life changing.
Yeah. So that's what we're up to, and that's just 2 weeks from now. Also, um, my beautiful wife, Ram Christian Kaur, makes these little treats that are in the shape little spheres. We call them Donna Prasad, and these are available for the next 2 weeks for sale, and 10% of all the proceeds that come in goes towards the children. And these are mostly raw, mostly organic,
All raw.
all raw, very simple, sweet little treats.
It's really just really simple ingredients, so there's no preservatives in it, no processed anything. It's just literally raisins, dates, sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, and then variations on that with different spices, or I'll use carob instead of chocolate, and they're really delicious and they're made in prayer. So we do ardas over them, over the ingredients before I create them, and ardas is a prayer that we do as Sikhs every morning, and it's when we make the offering to the divine, and we're asking for some, like, we're putting a specific prayer into, in this case, the Dana Prasad, for the people who are going to consume them. So I've had people say to me, "Oh, I feel more happy since I've been eating them," and it's like, yes, that's the whole point of it. That's the whole purpose for creating them. It's not just the treat; it's the prayer that's being put into that, and it's exciting to be able to share part of those proceeds for this beautiful organization that we're going to. So if you're interested, we'll put the link to that webpage there. Also, I'm selling original artwork that will go for the same cause. So the same 10% of whatever is sold will go directly to the orphanage.
So we only have a couple more weeks here, and then literally next week will be our last Friday. Maybe we'll film a video the last Thursday that we're here. And if we're able to, while we're in Peru, we'll film and upload. The speeds there are very, very slow, and I've tried in the past to do this. Wasn't an option, but if it is this time, we will continue to update. We're going from Cusco. We'll be going directly back to New Mexico, and we're volunteering to help set up the summer solstice, which is a Kundalini yoga festival. And that will be a 2 month stay there. And from there, going back, the vision and everything as it looks now is going back to Cusco, where we'll be any up to 6 months staying and serving. So just now is the time really to contribute, to communicate, to reach out, to receive your beautiful little treats, delicious, and mhm.
So just to go off of that, so if you guys have been following our videos from the very beginning, so the first video that we made was when we came straight from Solstice and we had this vision of creating a restaurant. Well, it's just a big lesson, and it's been a big lesson to me through the process, a big reminder to just allow yourself to be open to grace, because we never imagined that just a few months later things would have evolved to us going to Peru and working at an orphanage, but that's something that's so dear to both of our hearts. And had we tied ourselves into this idea of needing to create something that was so solid, which would have been beautiful in itself, then this opportunity wouldn't have been able to come through. And in the process, it was kind of like, well, but why aren't things working out? And why aren't things moving forward in this direction? But it was just to make room for this beautiful opportunity to come through. So whatever it is that you're experiencing in your life, if you have a goal or something and it's not working out how you think it should, just trust that something more beautiful is coming and it's going to be presented in your life, and that's why it's not happening. And just keep your heart and your mind open to it, because that's just been a big lesson through this.
And we'll film a video on vision boards, a separate video, to talk a little bit more about what Ram Krishankar is saying. It's important to get some clarity on what your core or the spirit of your vision is. And this is a really key teaching that I've received over the years, is you might have an outer vision of what something looks like,
Mm-hmm.
and if we become too attached to that vision, that can cause a lot of growing pains and discomfort, because in the process of evolution, of time, as things unfold, we need to have the flexibility to adapt and evolve, and especially at times where we're not exactly stable, but this vision needs to have this space to grow and to evolve. And when we do something like a vision board is something that we put things that inspire us on, whether it's words or images, but this is a place that holds our prayer through images and imagery. And imagery is extremely powerful. We'll talk more about this. But for any vision that a person has, it's a really great idea to get to the core. What are the spirit? What is the spirit? The spiritual principles or the spirit of what the vision is. And then distill it down to these principles that have no shape or form associated with them, but it's just like the key elements or building blocks, like service, which is one of our key elements.
Yeah, and just to go off of what Ramkrishna Singh is saying, there's always been these key elements, and service being the biggest, but I remember just a huge reason that I went to college and finished college because I always had this dream of being able to work with street children in Latin America, specifically in Peru, and here it is, like the gift is given. And had we gotten involved in something else, then there wouldn't have been room for this to happen. And it's just really beautiful to just trust and see how things unfold.
Great.
So again, please write us. There's only a few more weeks before we go. It doesn't have to be in video that we're going to respond to you, but just write to us any questions that you might have or anything, and we're happy to respond in whatever way before we leave. So
Great.
have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you soon.
Waheguru
Waheguru
Ji
Ji
Ka
Ka
Khalsa,
Khalsa,
Waheguru
Waheguru
Ji
Ji
Ki
Ki
Fateh.
Fateh.